Sip or spill, are you DTF for Andy Cohen?
Wow, that is a really good question. Oh yeah, I mean, I want Andy to absolutely rail me into oblivion, and I've been vocal about that.
Yeah.
But I think Andy sees me as a floating pair of glasses, unfortunately.
Floating pair of glasses. The game is called Sip or Spill.
Okay.
Where I'm gonna ask you a series of spicy questions, and you can choose to sip and not answer, or take the opportunity to spill all the tea.
Yeah.
And if you spill
more
than you sip, then you get to turn it around back on me.
Oh, gorgeous.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, okay.
All right, your boyfriend Jonathan is also an author. Sip or spill, who has the bigger ego?
Oh, me, for sure. Oh my God, no, Jonathan's, like, I wouldn't say he's egoless, but his ego is very tiny.
Yeah.
And his is huge.
Don't tell these people that.
I know, but it is true.
Since you're in an open relationship, sip or spill, who's getting the most action?
That's a good question. I'd say kind of me. A little bit. There was this funny period, we went to Provincetown last summer, as we're wont to do, and I cleaned up, and he didn't. I don't feel this way, because I always feel fine with where I'm at, but sometimes it can feel competition vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
And I'm like, babe, it's not about that.
Meanwhile,
he's like, is it easy for you to say, you bitch? Like, hello. And I remember he was like spiraling. He was like literally like maniacally like wandering the dunes naked. Like.
I can't wait till he watches this and be like, you bitch.
No, but he did get laid. And he still continues to get, I mean, he really, he does quite well for himself. And we actually have sex with each other.
Dun,
I
dun,
know,
dun.
can you believe it?
I can. Sip or spill, who's the last celebrity that slid into your DMs?
Actually, I think I'll sip on this one.
Wow.
I think I'll sip. Can you imagine some decorum? I'm like, just because I don't want them to stop.
Sip or spill?
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Who from the Queer as Folk cast do you want to sleep with?
Oh, sleep with. That's a good question. Okay. I did want to sleep with you for 7 days, and you know this. That is 7 days.
I think a gay
7 calendar
landmark.
days. Yeah, 7 calendar days. But it was a set crush. So a set crush, for those that are not in the biz, it's when you are with someone, you're with a professionally hot person for 16 hours a day, and you start feeling things that you know aren't real. It's like kind of like influenza vibes.
Yeah. Who would you vote off the island of Queer as Folk first?
Oh my God. I feel nervous. Oh, sorry. So I feel complicated about this question because I feel like, well, I want to ask you. Would you answer that?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
You actually would?
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna sip, but then I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna circle back.
Okay.
Close the loop.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll say it when you say it.
Oh, okay. We'll do it.
Well, I feel like we're making a big deal out of this.
You are.
Because I really liked everyone.
Okay, just take a sip, girl.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God, that gave me anxiety.
Moving on. You were great on Watch What Happens Live.
Oh, thank you.
Sip or spill, are you DTF for Andy Cohen?
Wow, that is a really good question. Oh yeah, I mean, I want Andy to absolutely rail me into oblivion, and I've been vocal about that.
Yeah.
But I think Andy sees me as a floating pair of glasses, unfortunately.
A floating pair of glasses.
Seriously, doesn't care if I live or die, but it's okay. I'm holding space.
If I had sex with him, would you be upset?
No, I would love it, and I would want like absolute details. See how involved I am? Like seriously, like you're gonna be like, hey, he's mine. And I'm like, please take notes.
All right, we'll talk later.
Oh.
I'm kidding, I'm joking, I'm joking.
Oh my God, drama. Love getting exclusive. Okay, now the tables have turned.
Yeah.
So this Queer as Folk island you're speaking about, who would you kick off?
Myself.
Shut up! That is such a cop-out. That's like going to a job interview and then being like, what's your worst qualities? You're like, that I care too much.
That's actually something I have said.
Oh my God. Well, for a Virgo, it actually does ring true. Sip or spill? This mythical queer as folk island, who would you kick off for reasons that are unclear?
You.
Shut up. That is also a cop-out. Oh my God, whatever. I think I know your answer, and that's all that matters.
What do you think my answer is?
I think it'd probably be Devin.
Devin?
Yeah.
Is that because that's your answer?
No, because you guys are like brothers and sisters. And like brothers, you guys made out once or twice. At least they do that in the porn I watch. I thought that's what brothers do. Okay, sip or spill. You've been doing the show for 3 GDM seasons.
5.
5? 5 seasons on this, 1 season on Queer as Folk. Maybe Queer as Folk should have aired on Logo. Who has been the guest where you've had to do some social work and it's like you got some back problems from carrying the conversation?
Oh gosh. I want to say all my guests are great. They are, but the ones that were the hardest for me were the elected officials.
Who are those people? What are you talking about? This got political?
Yeah.
Would you have Pete Buttigieg on here or something like that? Did Pete Buttigieg come to Gower and go on this set? Honey, rolling up in the car? What's happening? Across the corner from wherever the hell
on
we are?
January 6th,
Noy House?
we had elected officials on the show.
January 6th?
Yeah.
Like the January 6th?
Yeah.
Like as it was happening?
Yeah.
Is that a joke? And were you like, cut?
We knew it was happening and we were like, your boots on the ground, like what? And I just was so nervous because I was like, I'm not a journalist. I just like do this for fun. But
wait, I'm addicted that this happened to you. This is like, for anyone else, this would be like
roll the clip.
And members like me were brought into a safe room where we stood for several hours until the Capitol Police took control of the situation.
I'm like, this would be the scoop of the century, and you're like, no. You're like, You're like, can someone bring in Michael Urie? I want Michael Urie.
I'm so sorry. Hi. I'm the head of Logo and MTV News.
Oh, hi.
We did it January, I think it was the day after. We had...
Wow, this got so intense that we had the head of Logo step in and clear the record, which by the way, I'm addicted. I was like, by the way, you know you're doing a great job when someone official has to come in and be like, actually, this is what happened. Okay, wait, one more. Sip or spill, who was your favorite Queer as Folk cast member to shoot with?
Oh my God, is that really a question?
Is it? I mean, yeah, it can be.
It was you.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, I did make things fun.
Perfect.
Wow, we did good. I'm proud of us.